Tampa Bay Buccaneers just changed the temperature of the NFC, and almost nobody is saying it out loud. The offense looks faster, cleaner, and harder to read. Routes snap open, screens hit at the right time, and deep shots appear when the defense blinks. That is not luck. Something subtle shifted up front, and it let the receivers breathe. You can feel it in the first quarter when the ball comes out on time and the sticks keep moving. The twist is that this surge did not need perfect health or a star cameo. It came from smart choices that most people missed on live TV. Baker Mayfield is the tone of this team. He buys an extra second with pocket footwork, then punishes a defense that guesses wrong. When he breaks the pocket, it is not panic, it is a plan. Eyes downfield, body squared, trust in his guys. Emeka Egbuka bends leverage inside, then wins outside when the matchup flips. Cade Otton eats space on third down and turns it into fresh sets. Rachaad White turns short throws into real yards. It is all built to stress a defense without forcing hero plays. That is why even a small lane feels big. One red flows into the next, and suddenly the drive is alive again. But here is what nobody is talking about. The spark started in the trenches. A quiet adjustment on the left side changed how the rush arrived and how the ball left Baker's hand. The run game paid a short price, yet the pass game leveled up in a way that sticks. In the next part, we pull that move into the light, show why it worked, and why the right side now holds the key to the next jump. But before we get into that, hit that like and subscribe button for more Bucks and all the NFL content. Can we get 250 likes on this video? Quiet moves on the line flipped the script for Tampa Bay, and it started with a different rhythm at the snap. Second-year tackle Graham Barton took on the blind side with steady feet and clean hands. And that small shift changed how fast the rush arrived. Split-second chips from tight ends widened the runway, and quick stems from receivers bought Baker Mayfield the extra beat he needed. The result was a pocket that held just long enough for double moves and crossers to come alive, turning routine downs into pressure for the defense. The design married fast throws with selective shots. Slants and glance routes softened the box, then play action pulled linebackers a step forward, and screens punished over pursuit. The right side is the hinge that decides how high this can climb, because guards rotating in and out can stall run fits and muddy timing. When that side syncs with Barton and Tristan Wirfs, the offense gains a full field. Backs like Rachaad White and Sean Tucker ride that timing, catching swing passes that feel like pitch plays and forcing safeties to tackle in space. All of this sets the stage for the quarterback to make it sing. The pocket is cleaner, the reads are lighter, and the offense can live in second and short instead of third and long. The next piece is how Baker uses that extra heartbeat to change outcomes. When to stay, when to reset, and when to break the pocket without breaking the play. That is where the evolution shows up, and that is where we go next. Baker Mayfield is playing with calm eyes and quick answers. The first look comes out on time, the second look arrives without panic. And if nothing is clean, he slides to space and resets his base. He is not chasing the big play, he is stacking small wins until a defense blinks. On third and medium, he trusts timing routes. On the goal line, he uses his feet to move a linebacker, then fires into the window that opens. The difference lives in the pause. One steady breath that turns pressure into control. His scramble rules are smarter now. If the edge widens, he climbs the pocket. If the middle clogs, he breaks outside while keeping the ball ready to throw. That keeps the play alive for receivers who work back to him, and it steals first downs without exposing the ball. The checkdowns are not bailouts, they are drive starters. Rachaad White turns a quick throw into a new set of downs, Cade Otton settles between zones and protects the catch, and the chains keep moving without hero throws. The best part is how this growth lifts the pass game around him. Baker uses eyes and cadence to force coverage tells, then he hunts the matchup he wants. When defenses squeeze the middle, he invites them forward and unlocks the perimeter. When they sit deep, he snaps off rhythm throws and dares them to tackle. That balance only works if the receivers read it with him, and that is where the room has changed the most. Next, we step into the receiver room, the veteran gravity, the rookie spark, and the spacing tricks that open the whole field. Nobody expected the spacing to flip this fast for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and the surprise sits in how the receivers shape the field snap after snap. Rookie wideout Emeka Egbuka forces corners to tip their plan, then wins either inside with quick feet or outside with calm hands. The moment a safety leans to help, a window opens somewhere else. That single shift turns simple concepts into stress tests, and defenses feel it before the first drive is over. Veteran gravity still matters even while snaps move around. Mike Evans and Chris Godwin set the standard in camp and on the sideline, and that voice shows up in how the room runs routes with purpose. Cade Otton owns the sticks and settles in the soft spots. Tez Johnson and Cameron Johnson offer clean vertical speed that punishes late rotations. Sterling Shepard gives the quarterback a trust throw on choice routes. Each role is clear, so Baker Mayfield can play on schedule and still threaten the top when a corner blinks. The hidden edge is flexibility. Egbuka can start in the slot, motion to the boundary, then snap the route that makes a nickel freeze. Otton can attach to the line, sell help on the edge, then release into space. When that movement forces a coverage swap, Tampa wins the leverage game without risking the ball. Keep that picture in mind because the next piece is the brain behind it. How did the staff keep the language steady while changing the stress points? The coaching architecture explains it, and that is where we go next. What nobody is talking about is how Tampa Bay changed without changing who they are. Todd Bowles stopped playing not to lose and started trusting the attack to decide games. He kept the defensive edge that made his name, but he opened the door for an offense that hunts space and forces choices. That is the quiet story behind the surge, a mindset flip at the top that gave the roster permission to be bold. The relay coordinator kept the language steady while the stress points moved. Dave Canales taught tempo and spacing, Liam Cohen leaned into middle-of-field answers, and Josh Grizzard now layers quick timing with selective shots. The play menu talks to the line, the backs, and the receivers in the same voice, so players stack reps without starting over. That is why motion looks cleaner, why screens arrive on time, and why third down feels calm. It is not a new book, it is a sharper chapter. The plan is simple and strong. Accept some swings in the run game, chase explosives that come from formation and rhythm, and protect the ball while still asking questions downfield. Coaching built the frame, but the defense still gives this team its teeth. The front squeezes lanes, the rush arrives from different places, and the back end finishes plays. Next, we step into that unit, how the line creates stress, how the safeties close, and why the corners look steadier this year. Tampa Bay keeps squeezing games from the line of scrimmage first. Vita Vea collapses the middle and forces hurried throws. Yaya Diaby threatens the edge with speed to power, while Anthony Nelson shifts jobs on the fly, rush on one snap, drop and rob the flat on the next. That mix turns second down into long yardage, and long yardage into bad choices. The rush plan changes by series, so protection calls arrive a half beat late and the pocket tilts before the route even blooms. The back end closes the door. Antoine Winfield Jr. reads the quarterback like a tell, knifes through screens, and finds the ball when a drive is about to breathe. Zion McCollum stays patient at the line, then runs through the hip without grabbing. Jamel Dean attacks the catch point and turns 50-50 throws into near misses. Safeties fold down on time, corners pass routes with clean eyes, and the first tackle usually lands before a receiver can spin. The secret is control without recklessness. Todd Bowles shows pressure, pulls it back, then brings it when the offense thinks it is safe. That rhythm creates takeaways without gifting explosives. It also travels into any stadium. Keep this picture in mind because the next step is proof. Tight wins, hard lessons, and one depth game that changed belief. Now we go into those moments and show how they built the team's voice. Tampa Bay's identity hardened in pressure time. A division rival felt it when late throws found the mark, and Baker Mayfield stole yards with a smart sprint. A physical test in Houston asked for patience, and the answer was clean decisions that closed the door. A trap day with the Jets tried to pull them into mistakes, yet the group stayed steady and finished drives. The Saints game showed control from kickoff to whistle, a reminder that this roster can win with poise as well as fire. The hardest lessons came from elite opponents. Philadelphia punished a single mistake, but that film revealed coverage tells that Tampa can hunt if they meet again. Detroit forced the offense to chase in the wrong way, and that taught the staff how to protect rhythm when the rush is hot. There was also a night when Emeka Egbuka left early and the room did not flinch. Tez Johnson and Cam Johnson stretched the field, Cade Otton owned the middle, and the belief in the depth became real. These moments are not random. They are a checklist forming in plain sight. Win the pocket, take the free yards, cash in the shot when it appears, and trust the defense to turn one possession into two. The next step is respect on command. That means a clear plan for New England, targeted explosives, disciplined fronts against Drake May, and a push for cleaner protection on the right side. Now we lay out the contender standards and the Patriots primer that can turn momentum into statement. This is where talk turns into proof. Contenders live on three things. First, clean pockets when it matters most. Second, planned explosives that arrive from motion and timing, not hope. Third, a turnover edge that tilts tight games. Tampa Bay already owns the last two often enough to scare anyone. The jump comes when the right side settles and the pocket stays steady through 4 quarters. Do that and the whole offense breathes, the defense plays downhill, and the league has to say it out loud. New England brings a proud front and a smart plan, so the answers must be simple and sharp. Get Emeka Egbuka into space early, then flip him inside when corners chase. Keep Cade Otton active on sticks so drives never stall. Use Rashad White and Sean Tucker on quick swings that feel like runs and pull linebackers out of the box. Baker Mayfield can control the pace with quick eyes and firm feet, then take the shot when a safety leans. On the other side, stuff first down, change the blitz picture by count and timing, and make Drake May hold the ball one heartbeat longer. That is where Vita Vea, Yaya Diaby, and Anthony Nelson can change the day. If this plays out, respect follows fast. A clean win after the bye signals health trending up, timing tightening, and a roster ready for the late push. The next layer is simple. Keep stacking protection gains, keep hunting safe explosives, and keep finishing drives with calm. If they check those boxes on Sunday, the NFC talk changes, and the film room breakdown of how it happened is going to be worth every second.